there's this quick question. This one is a very, very dicey one, and I think a lot of people are falling victim.
Okay.
You understand? So it's about crypto and fintech.
Yes.
So is a crypto a fintech?
Yes.
Because we've had in the past, I think was it last year or last 2 years, 2 years ago, we had a particular fintech that actually invested in one of these reality TV shows, and it starts with Do Your Mouth, and it went south. A lot of people are like, why did this reality TV show not do their findings before allowing people to invest? But whatever, man, people just needed investment and all of that. So what's the difference between what's the difference between a crypto or is a crypto a fintech also?
Yes, yes, it's one of the categories of fintech because it utilizes blockchain services. You get to decentralize your payments and then ensure that you detect and avoid fraud. So crypto is one sector of fintech, yes. And then regarding that, we are improving. I mean, technology is advancing day by day, so as people that tend to use it for the negative aspects, you get to see fraudsters that tend to use it for a negative aspect. It just boils down to your company, because where I work with, we have a set of team that basically what they do is to go through our products and regularly they check it to see, is there any loopholes? What do we do to resolve this? To hope it won't cascade to something bigger in future. So I think it's a lot of time when things like this happen is because maybe the organization or like the leading body, the directing body, do not focus on how to make their product better. Maybe they are focused on other things, how to drive in revenue, because I mean you need revenue to pay your investors. Yes, so it all boils down to making sure that the product is better. It gets better day by day.
Before you send your monies, before you even say successful on my own side, they already have their land. So how are they better? Or I don't want to say
what are
better.
they doing?
What are they doing better than the local banks?
What are they doing?
Okay. Now there are different APIs that are used to integrate transactions from the sender to the receiver. 2 months ago, I ran a competitive analysis on that particular. It was an interesting process. Like I got to find out different things about them. So they have different payment services. Aside from the normal payment services in which our local bank uses, they have this instant bank-to-bank payment services. So it's sort of a bit expensive. It's sort of on the high side, but they employ this, which is different from our local regular bank.
So you're saying instant bank-to-bank, yeah?
Yes.
So my question is, you said it's more expensive. So but you can't tell me that these fintechs are, how I put it now, they have more money than the already existing local banks. Come on, we've seen revenue for a couple of banks that I won't mention names.
Yes.
They have investors, my dear.
No, but when you're talking about revenue for the year, if you look at the fiscal policy of a particular, so I follow some of all these things. Local banks, I've seen revenue of like, I won't mention names, the red color banks, you understand? About 2-3 of them, they're breaking into trillions.
Yes.
So why can't they involve that same API or that same instant banking integration, blah blah blah, that you just talked about?
Okay, well, this is just the same thing that we talked about earlier. Local banks, which we are all aware about, they go through rigorous process. Before a particular step is taken, they have to go through step of authorization. Exactly, it's really rigorous rather. And then they like to go through the old methods, but fintech is here to make life easier. We need to ensure that. So we need to ensure that we look for you get, like, in most of our research is all about this is what the user is experiencing. How do we make the process of the user from step A to step B? How do we shorten that gap? How do we make it seamless? So that's where a lot of research are being done. What do we do? What do we do just to make this seamless? So this is where fintech comes in, and then thankfully a lot of other local banks are trying to employ some of these ideas that have brought out by little fintechs in Nigeria. Every fintech is required to have a platform that's or sign up with other services that actually do check. So it's just an ecosystem in all of Africa. So there is the AML, which is the anti-money laundering check, whereby it's an instant, it's sort of like a lightning action that happens before every transaction is successful. Also, there are other bank verification, bank number, bank name verification, BVN checks that are being done. You pay for this licensing, not licensing per se, you pay for these services, you have them integrated to your back end. And then if a user A is trying to transfer to user B, user A just needs to input the account number, and then other details from user B is reflecting there before it is verified. Local banking they also carry these particular services. It's just that it differs. So when I mean by a lot of times these organizations or these local banks take time before they employ all of this faster method is based on the fact that they are big corporations. So before you get to see any new directive, before it's being implemented, you need to go through series of decks to seek approval. But with fintechs, you just have a couple of stakeholders, say 12 or 15,
come together to just
and they all come together, and then we're all young people, we're all Gen Zs, and we'll just be like, don't you think we should do this? Yes, you should do this. Okay, can you run up the plan? Okay, let's see how it goes. And then we are in testing phase. Acceptance testing is done. All right, first user testing is done. Before you know, we are live. So that's just the difference between local banks and the more digital. It's just the method of execution.
Stress-free.
Exactly.
Stress-free. So my last question here is fintech the future in Nigeria?
It is. Because right now we are moving forward digitally. Technology is advancing. Why would you have to wait until Monday to resolve an issue when you have a new banking app, and then you can just click on the live chat function and communicate your issue? Why do you need to call your account manager when you can just sign up for one of all these asset management apps and put in your details and get real life data on what you need? So we are advancing. And then the older generations are beginning to embrace this system. At first they might feel indifferent about it, but yes, they are beginning.
That's the yellow, the global apps.
Yes.
So like you sit in your house and you just want to eat, and you're just going through the app and
order.
And when I saw the guys, I like to check people's revenue. When I saw the guys' revenue for last year, bro, these founders are making money just from cycling and bicycle. I don't know, the one uses bicycle and I think the one uses cycle. Just from that delivery from point A to point, just that 500, 1,000. These guys are making money.
I tell you.
But it's actually good because they actually make life easier.
Yes,
you understand?
Yes.
For a lot of us.
For a lot of us,
For all of us.
Thank you so much, Ronke. I had something to pick from today's
You're
conversation.
welcome. Thank you.
Fintech Guru. Yeah, go to Omo. Respect it.
Princess Tech.
It's none of his business.
Printech.
It's none of your business.
Printech is nice. It's a nice.
So I don't give you name now.
It's a nice catchphrase.
2.5%.
My expert, please.
Printech.
Wow.
Printech.
Yeah, you could talk about tech and like Printech.
Oh my God.
Related to beauty and fashion. I go collect money for all this.
Okay, shift. Let us talk.
Yes, we should talk.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming in, Ronke. You look amazing once again.